Okay, welcome back, everybody. This is our recap show for week one of our relegation league standings. We're going to go over some top 25, see where our top five in each poll is. We'll go over each conference individually so you can see how each team is faring. And then we'll finally go over the Heisman Watch and see which players, if any, jumped in or out of the top five. So let's start with the top 25. We'll quickly go over each poll. First is the media poll. So Ohio State jumped up over Georgia from last week. Georgia was number one. They were idle. And Ohio State beat a top 25 team in Kansas at the time. So we got in the media poll, we got Ohio State, Georgia 2, Oregon 3, Texas 4, Ole Miss 5, and Alabama knocking on the door. We just crushed Western Kentucky. Let's check out. Let's scroll down just in case you see your favorite team in the top 25 at the moment. Penn State 0-2 and still in the top 25 after losing to Rutgers. Interesting. All right, the coaches poll, not a whole lot different, a little bit change. You got Ohio State 1, got Oregon. Again, Georgia getting punished for not playing. They go up to 3. Georgia up to 2. Georgia drops to 3. Texas, and this poll has Alabama 5 instead of Ole Miss. So there's your top 25. We'll scroll down real quick, just in case you want to look and see what else is down there at the bottom of the top 25. Notice that Penn State is not in the top 25 in this poll. Okay. Now, more importantly, in this league is conference play. So we'll quickly go through each conference. We'll start with the ACC. Now, the game, how it lists the teams are by conference record, not by overall record, which really makes sense. So you got Clemson, Florida, Florida State, Pitt, Rutgers, Syracuse, and Central Florida all undefeated in the conference. We'll scroll down real quick and see who else is in the conference and how they fared. And then their relegation league is the American. The undefeated conference play teams are Boston College, Coastal Carolina, Florida International, Temple, and South Florida. Okay. Next, we'll check out the Big Ten. Undefeated teams in the Big Ten in conference play so far: Indiana, 2-0, which is pretty good for them, with one conference win. You got Iowa, Iowa State, Michigan, Minnesota, number one team in the country, Ohio State, and Wisconsin. Scroll down real quick just to see what other teams are doing. Got a couple teams with no wins at all who are still ranked. Notre Dame had a tough loss to Michigan. And we'll check out their relegation league. It's the MAC. Undefeated teams in this conference are Eastern Michigan, Miami University, Northern Illinois, Ohio, and Western Michigan. Give you a minute to check out the other teams in the conference. And the next league we're going to check out is the SEC. Undefeated conference play teams in the SEC are Auburn, Kentucky, Memphis, Middle Tennessee State, and Mississippi State. Memphis and Middle Tennessee State undefeated in the conference already is pretty shocking to me. And then a couple teams that are just powerhouses right here in the middle. They haven't played a conference game yet. But we'll scroll down and check out the rest of the conference. Georgia Tech and Tennessee are not doing well. And their relegation league is Conference USA. We have, looks like 4 teams with undefeated records in conference: Georgia State, Jacksonville State, Liberty, and UAB. Okay, and next we'll go over the Big 12. So we got a bunch of teams undefeated in the conference already. So you got Missouri, North Texas, Oklahoma, Rice, SMU, TCU, number 4 Texas, and Texas Tech. All undefeated in the conference. Looks like the whole entire conference played each other last week. So I like to see those conference games. And then their relegation league is the Sun Belt Conference. We got 4 teams that are undefeated in conference play. You got Louisiana Tech's 2-0 overall, Sam Houston, and Tulsa. There's the rest of the conference. And finally, we will go over the Pac-12. So the Pac-12 has a bunch of teams undefeated. It looks like they're just like the Big 12, where the entire conference played each other in week 1. You got Arizona State, BYU, 2-0, should get some consideration for top 25. You got Colorado with 2 Heisman candidates. Number 3 in the land, Oregon, undefeated. Stanford, UCLA, Utah, and Washington, all undefeated in the conference. And there's the rest of the league. Dang, Wyoming put up 52 and lost. All right. Oops, I backed out accidentally. And then the final conference is going to be the Mountain West. They are the relegation conference for the Pac-12. And you got 4 undefeated conference play teams: Air Force, Colorado State, Navy, and San Diego State. It looks like the military academies are faring well. And then here's the rest of the conference. Okay, so there's your conference standings after week 1. Finally, we'll check out the Heisman, see if anything's changed there. I doubt it has, and it has not. It's still the top 5 candidates are all the same, 2 Colorado players. Okay, there we go. There is your week 1 wrap up. If you have not followed along or seen this yet, this is a conference that I created with regional rivalries, all placed in the same conference. It is a relegation league. If you like, there is a video you can check out that goes over how I formed the whole league. Please, if you can, I'd love it if you liked, commented, subscribe to the channel, follow along. We're going to do this 3 times a week, 3 games a week. We'll have a weekly wrap up for each of those games. And we'll see how this plays out, see if any of these relegation teams at the end of the season can move into these big conferences. And then we'll have a whole playoff series at the end as well. All right, thanks for joining in. I'll see you in the next one.